so we are day 8 on this aggressive cut. These days are going by quick. Before you know it, it's going to be like day 60, and then we'll either see if I did it or see if I messed it all up. We'll see how it goes, but we just got to stay locked in. But today's kind of more of like a rainy, colder day today, and it's definitely affecting my nerve damage. I'm in more pain, but that's okay. Is it going to affect the pump? No, we're not going to let it. We're still going to go get the leg pump and get the quads and hamstring pumped, and then hit recover, and then I'll come back. So I'm going to start doing cardio again. I'm just going to push through the things that I have going on with the, oh my gosh, I can't even think of it right now. What is the knots in my calves and stuff, and I'm going to just start coming and stretching and doing cardio. So I'm wondering if it's just from like taking a break from like cardio and moving so much and then just kind of sitting and playing World of Warcraft. I don't know if that would cause it, but it just seems, I don't know, it just seems like it's worse now that I'm not moving as much, if that makes sense. So I know my nerve damage definitely gets worse if I don't move as much, but I was trying to give it more rest because my legs were just like completely tore up from last leg day. And then it just like cardio just seemed to like irritate it. But we're going to ramp up cardio again. So I'll come back later for about probably 45-minute cardio session. And then right now though, since we're doing legs, we're not going to do cardio right after lifting. We'll wait to do cardio later. Give it some time between cardio. But today is just going to be an easy leg day. It's just going to be leg extensions, leg curls. Last leg day we did leg pressing, and probably wasn't a good idea because I haven't done leg pressing in months. Megan hasn't either, and we went kind of heavy, and she too was hurting for like 3 or 4 days, so that wasn't good. So we're gonna make sure to take it easier this time on this leg day, not go freaking super heavy on legs. But in that, everything's going good. My weight again is like kind of fluctuating all crazy, so we got down to 210, then I woke up randomly 214, and I think that has to do with some of the food that I was eating has like increased sodium. So yesterday I stayed under my calories. I stayed perfect. I was at like 17-ish. I think it was like 1725 or something like that. I can't remember the exact. It was like 17 something. But I did have a McDonald's Arch Burger with like 1,000 calories. And that has a lot of sodium in it. And then the rest of things I ate throughout the day was just straight protein to get my protein up as where I needed it to be. So yeah, so with all that sodium, and then I increased my water intake the past couple days. So I don't know, it's just probably just water weight, and then just with that big meal with the sodium in it, like that's where you gotta be kind of on this like mental thing of like, don't let it mess with you with the scale too much, because that's gonna go the next couple days, that will swish, and I'll be probably 208, 209, because when you have like, say if you go to McDonald's, right, and there's so much sodium in it, and say you stay in your calorie deficit, right, you're in your calorie deficit, it doesn't matter what you guys eat, you guys will still lose weight, you'll still lose fat, but that weight gain was not fat gain, right? So 4 pounds of fat would have to be like, gosh, how many calories, like 20,000 calories I would have to eat over to gain like 4 pounds of fat. So what that was sodium. There's so much sodium in that stuff that your body will hold on to extra water, and then it'll flush. So it's pretty much water weight is where I'm getting at. So it's one of those things where it's like yesterday it was like I wanted to try it, and because like everyone's like, oh, you have to try it and blah blah, and I was like, I'll try it and I'll stay in my calories. I did, and I knew the scale would go up because of the sodium and all that stuff. So you just got to really recognize that hey, certain meals, even though I'm going to stay in my calories, my body, or when I go step on the scale, the weight is going to, like, I'm going to weigh heavier, but a lot of that's water weight. And so, and this is how I should I should show you guys how you can manipulate the scale in that way. It's kind of bad too, but I guess it's in a way if it helps you better mentally. So for example, if I just like took back my water intake one day and I just like didn't drink very much and pretty much on the verge of dehydration, I guarantee the next day I get on the scale, I'm down like 5-6 pounds. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, don't, maybe do it once so you can like see it and see like, oh, okay, so when sometimes I drink more water and all this stuff, it's what it is, it's water weight. Or if I had a big meal with a lot of sodium, it's because sodium made me hold on to the water more. So it's water weight. So it kind of gets you more understanding about it, because before I didn't really know about those things. So I'd freak out. I'd be like, oh, McDonald's made me gain 4 pounds of fat, blah blah blah. And that's not 4 pounds of fat, 4 pounds of like water. Now if I were to go crazy and I had like French fries, a large shake, a regular size soda, or a large soda with regular soda in it, and that hamburger and some other stuff, then yeah, there's going to be some fat gain in that, right? But with it just me staying in calories, and I just had the burger, I stayed in my calories, I went to 1700. What it is, it's water weight from the sodium. So just so you know, sodium does play a big place into it. So like for example, if you watch Sam Solik, you'll see in his next couple videos, he's gonna probably take back his sodium like intake right before the show, and then once he weighs himself and once he's done weighing, then he's gonna carb up, right? So it just goes to show you guys, like, when you're weighing yourself, don't let it mess with you totally too much, because it does not mean you just gain fat, right? And a lot of times too, you got to be careful, because it doesn't mean you lost fat as well, right? So like I said, if I dehydrate myself right now, I can go be 5-6 pounds lighter, but does that mean I lost any fat, or I lost 5-6 pounds of fat? No. That's why you see a lot of people who do keto or carnivore, and all of a sudden they're like, dude, I dropped 10 pounds in my first week. And it's like, dude, a lot of that's water weight. A lot of that is glycogen, lost glycogen in your muscles, like the water being sucked out of your muscles. A lot of it's lost water weight. And because carbs will help store that water in your muscles as well. So a lot of it's just the loss of glycogen. And so you'll see people, and then you'll see them consistently start losing weight, but then they stop and they plateau on the keto and all that stuff. It's because they are not adjusting their calories and being lower calories. So it's always calories in versus calories out. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Don't ever let anyone sit there and tell you it's not calories in versus calories out. It's because of hormones, or it's because you need to be keto. But what I say is, like, do whatever diet that works best for you and helps you achieve the results that you want, and that will keep you in that consistent calorie deficit. For example, I eat what I want, but I just stay within my calories, and normally I'm high protein, low fat, higher carbs works best for me. But for example, you might just be, you know what, I don't really want to count calories, but I just want to go full carnivore, where I know if I just have one big huge steak a day, I'm getting enough of my protein in, enough of my fat in, and I'm gonna lose weight. It's up to you how you want to do it. But anyways, let's get in there and get started on this leg day. This pre-workout's hitting. All right, so pretty simple, easy leg day, 6 hard sets. They're pretty much pumped. That's good. I did do calves, but I didn't go heavy on calves. What I did is I did lighter weight, and I did more stretching. So if you saw, I came down and then like held it for like this, and then came up, and it really helped the calves feel a little bit better. So I'm thinking I just need to stretch more, to be honest with you. But let's take a look at how our legs are looking. So like our right leg, like I said in previous videos, is less muscle than our left leg, as you can see. That's because of the nerve damage in this right leg. But I think I'm gonna be able to catch it up when I get on the bulk. But honestly, you don't have to go too crazy when you're in your dieting down phase. Like, you just wanna get a pump and get out, you know what I mean? You don't wanna like overdo it. You just wanna get in, get a pump, enough to stimulate the muscle where your body is going to keep that muscle because it's being used still, because it's not like we're going to be putting on muscle in this phase. Now if you're a beginner, you can put on muscle during your weight loss phase. That's the only time when you could probably do it, or if you're running like really harsh compounds, which I don't condone. But pretty good lift, pretty easy day. So now I'm just going to go hit recovery. I was going to do the hot tub, but I think I'm just gonna do sauna and then go back, eat a lot of protein, chill, maybe try to take a nap, and then come back later for cardio. So I will just pretty much see you guys on tomorrow's video. There's nothing really else more to talk about. So just gotta keep stacking up these days and just making sure we're staying in an aggressive cut. And you can easily ruin that aggressive cut if you're not careful. So hopefully if everything goes by plan, we'll be where I want to be, you know, come summer. So I want to start the bulk after summer. So as long as we're not in like, as long as we're like not having to cut out fat, and meaning like, oh no, I still need to stay in a deficit come like fall, then we got some issues, right? I want to make sure that I'm shredded out before I start my bulking phase, which I think would be fall, or even might even be summer. If as long as like we're completely shredded out and the rest of the fat's off, then we'll start our bulking process. So either summer or fall, just really depends on everything and how everything goes. But we really got to ramp up the cardio, because cardio does make a difference even in an aggressive cut. You still want to do cardio. Right now, the past like week, I have been just chilling, just hanging out, playing World of Warcraft. So I'm not really getting the full benefits of being an aggressive cut because I'm not doing cardio. And you don't have to do much, right? And I'm meaning like even going and walking and getting your 10 to 12,000 steps a day, right? I'm not talking about coming here and doing heavy cardio. Like, guys, my steps have only been like 1,500 to 2,000 steps a day. So we need to at least get that 10,000 steps in to benefit from the aggressive cut. So when I'm saying cardio, I'm meaning walking on a treadmill at an incline, or I'm talking about, you know, light cardio on the seated bike. I'm not talking about like full on heart rate at 160 going fully crazy, right? I'm talking about like walking, I'm talking about doing those kind of things. But anyways, I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video, which will be chest day. Chest feels pretty good, ready to go. So I'm pretty sure we'll hit chest day instead of doing a rest day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.